the timing of the AFCON doesn't really do favor to Premier League clubs, in fact, clubs around the world and the players themselves, and have a lot of reasons to prove. Mostly is Fulham and Chukwueze. But let's start the couple of tweets that I have to show you. So Sunderland 7 AFCON players. This tweet is by Kit Downey, a journalist. Sunderland 7 AFCON players are set to be available for their Sunderland by Derby. That's next weekend. And FIFA has informed clubs that they'll be able to retain players selected for AFCON until December 15. Now, Sunderland, they're high flying, you know where they are in the Premier League, and they host Newcastle the day before December 14. So, interestingly, Sunderland have 7 players in their squad that will be going for AFCON, and this should definitely affect the squad, yes? So I see this tweet from Toby Wright. I follow him on Twitter. It's an example of what I was talking about. I see relating to the tweet. He says Chukwueze has found form with Fulham. Chukwueze has been in form. Fulham, they are just now getting on the bounce. They have been really good. Now Chukwueze hasn't been good for like a couple of seasons, maybe like a season in Milan. He wasn't really good. He not really hit the heights that we expect. And now in Fulham, he's beginning to hit that. Fulham are beginning to get in form. He says, boom, he's going to lose 3 important players to AFCON, disrupting the season for them. What if they don't get themselves after this? Again, Fulham just beat Man City and just played 5-4 with Man City. They didn't win, but they showed that they had improved. And now, he says Sadio Mane on Real Ferdinand's podcast said he broke into the Mets team at the start of his career when most of the players went for AFCON. Mane got his big break when players went for AFCON. Now, when the guy that held the position that Mane was playing came back, which was also the best player in the team, the guy couldn't take the shirt off Mane. So now, looking at it from that perspective, does CAF and FIFA need to start planning for the future? What could be done about this, and should stadiums be built to accommodate this? Well, this AFCON or the last one, I know that it was more because of weather issues. But again, can we not do AFCON in like an international break? AFCON is like 3 weeks. International breaks are usually like 2 weeks. AFCON is 3 weeks, 4 weeks. If we take maybe like a mid Africa is a hot country, so we take one of those international breaks where maybe like I know that for TV rights you don't want it to clash with other competitions, but you take maybe the one in March or like March is towards the end of the season, so you have to take something earlier, that kind of thing, where you can just play the tournament and like clubs won't really lose that much players. I don't know. I haven't looked at the international breaks and the times that it would make sense to take time off. But this AFCON in like December, early January, it doesn't really help the players. And why do I say that? Here, this is my tweet. I just say I saw Chukwueze's brace and I thought of the earlier tweet that I showed you. Chukwueze is in form now. Like Chukwueze has equaled in 5 starts, 7 starts for 7 games for Fulham. He has 5 goals, and yes, in 6 games for Fulham, he has 5 goals and assists. That is his grand total for AC Milan in 26 games. He's just in form, and hopefully he carries that form through December. Now going to AFCON will be a bit of bummer for Marco Silva and Fulham because they two are just getting in form, and they would now miss Chukwueze himself, who is kind of like a solution to one of the wings where they're having problem, and it will be at the embassy. Now for Chukwueze himself, I don't even think that going for AFCON favors him because he's not going to get that much game time. You have Lukman, you have Moses Simon, who they obviously prefer on the other wings. Now I'm thinking, should you get the question? Should they move the AFCON like to a Sena time? But there's no Sena time. It kind of looks like this is the other time. But I think that FIFA needs to plan for this because Chukwueze can afford to not go to AFCON. Even if Nigeria doesn't win it, he can afford not to go. So there needs to be like, people need to think about these things. There needs to be a thought on the timing of the AFCON and how better they can play for AFCON, because it's going to get to a position where we may see more clubs be like Napoli's owner and say he's not going to release players for AFCON. It may just get to that time.